Done did it again. One more time. What's really good, guys? What's up, man? Energy is up, man. Energy is up. We back at it again. So yeah, man. Listen, guys. I'm here to let you guys know that yes, we're doing a Q&A right now. So if you guys have any questions about becoming a web developer, any topics you guys might have, you know me, I'm here for helping you guys out and answering questions and giving you my tips. I've been doing this for over 10 years now and helping people for 7 years. So yeah, man, we here to help, man. We in here. What's going on? Donovan, what up? Angel Medina, what up? Michael de la Riva, que lo que? What's going on? So it was good to see you guys. I'm glad that you guys always get to come in here in this live stream. So I really appreciate it when you take your time, man. So yeah, man. By the way, for anybody that's watching this in the replay or watching this on YouTube live right now, guys, don't forget 50% off CodingPhase.com. It's about to finish. Okay, it's a limited time only. If you've been wanting to sign up to CodingPhase, if you've been wanting to get the HTML email developer bundle, if you've been wanting to get the content editor, the new Klaviyo course, etc., it's 50% off right now. So take advantage. It's up to you if you want to miss this sale. Okay, please don't miss it. I don't want nobody emailing me later on. Yo, Joe, I didn't even know about the live stream. I didn't even know about the sale. It's 50% off. Okay. So go take advantage right now. Literally, you could get started with the Diamond membership with $50. Okay, I made it even cheaper for a lot of you guys that have been struggling. But yeah, I want to make some changes in your life this year. Come through CodingPhase. Stop playing. Okay, it's a lot of good things happening right now. Shout out to the people that got hired this week. Congratulations on that. Yeah, freaking worked hard, and guess what? It paid off. Okay. Now, don't slack. Just because you got a job doesn't mean that you just gonna go in and chill and be like, "Well, that's it. I'm good. I don't have to do nothing. That's it." Nah, man. You gotta continue learning the next skills because that's how you're gonna make more money. Okay. That first job that you get for $65 to $85,000, that's just the beginning. That's just a little taste. You know what I mean? They're just giving you your first bump. You know what I'm saying? Now you want to go in and get the whole shebang. You gotta continue to learn more so you can prepare for your next interviews. Okay. But definitely, try to put in at least 6 months to a year within that job, and then from there, prepare yourself at the same time while you're working, and then go to the next position, man. The goal is to make over $100,000. Okay. Now, one thing that I want to say to everybody that's in here, guys, don't feel bad if you don't get $100,000 job. It's fine. You can make $20,000 to $50,000 extra on the side if you know the right skills. Okay. Again, Shopify is hot right now. It's been hot for years. Um, but I can tell you guys right now, like there's a lot of different ways that you guys can make money with Shopify if you go and do it right. Okay. I know Upwork is there as an option, but I think the best option is between Fiverr and Etsy. Okay, that's the best way for you guys to make the most money. I myself make an extra $10,000 just from Etsy alone, right? And I don't even do much on there, right? I just have digital products and I sell it through there. Okay, you could do the same thing. Now, it's not gonna be instant. It's gonna take you about 6 months to get to a point where you're making around $2,000, $5,000 a month, but understand this: you just got your first job. Once you get that first job, start creating your digital products and then start selling it on Etsy, put it on Theme Forest, etc., right? And the thing will snowball. Your first sale will come in a week, 2 weeks later, and little by little it starts going up. Okay, just create great products so you could get good reviews and you can make that extra bread. Okay, there's nothing stopping you from getting extra money. Okay, I always tell people this. You have a skill now that you can actually monetize. All right. If you don't know how to monetize it, guess what? That's why if you're a Diamond member, go to the Entrepreneur Developer Bundle. In there, I cover every single way that you can monetize your skills. Now, I'm actually going to be doing a new course this week, which is going to be just specifically on getting clients and getting sales. So I'm going to show you everything that you have to do from every single step, from like using Google Maps, how to reach out to people, right, on your local area, how to actually go in and basically set up a whole funnel, right? So when people go to your website, you're going to create a different website, not your portfolio. This is going to be a professional website for you to sell your services, okay? In there, you're going to be able to tag the people that come to your website, and you're going to be able to retarget them with ad with as little as $2 to $5 a day, okay? So it doesn't matter, at what level you're at. With $60 a month, you can go in and retarget those people, so you can go in and start making some money, either freelancing, creating digital products. I'll show you the whole process. It's not that hard. It's the same thing that I do on my platform. I'm going to show you everything that I know on how to actually go in and retarget those visitors, okay? So definitely look out for that. Shout out to Daniel Belfield. Daniel Belfield got a new website up. It's coming up in the next few days, right? Give him a couple of days. But he got a new website where he's actually creating portfolios. So shout out to him. Daniel's another one of the students from CodingPhase. I'm so proud of him that he's taken the initiative to create his own digital products and start selling them online. Okay? And everybody here can do the same thing. Okay? Use your skills, monetizing. Stop playing. Don't be that guy to be like, well, I'm only getting paid for my job. When they pull the rug on you, then you're gonna be like, huh? All you're gonna do is a backflip. They're gonna say, clap, pull the plug on you. That's it. And it happens. Even if you do a good job at a company, at some point there might be a situation where you might get laid off, or you might just, not like the job anymore and you want to quit. Guess what? The best thing that you want to do is you want to have side income coming in. Okay? Trust me, there's no better feeling. When I go to sleep, I know I'm making money. That's like imagine this, right? No cap. When you go to sleep, that's the best feeling. When you have digital products, you're using the skills that you have, right? And you monetize those skills. When you go to sleep, there's money to be made. And it's doing it automatically. There's people in Asia, there's people in Africa, there's people in freaking Zimbabwe and freaking Russia. There's people purchasing your products if you go in and create a great product, right? So again, you don't have to think about I'm just getting money from my job. You have to go in and do this. Trust me. It's like planting a seed, man. You plant a seed, okay? And then from there, once you plant that seed, you're gonna see the fruits. Now, if you don't plant anything, guess what? Don't expect 5 years from now to be like, damn, man, no, how do I quit my job? It's like, hey, stupid, you should have started 5 years ago. By now, you would have had a business rolling in. You know what I'm saying? And it's you got to start small. I always say this, right? This is what happened to me with my own, journey on making money online, right? Which was I made $30 on my first month back in 2011. Okay, I did everything. I did a whole bunch of websites. I did like two websites, but I built those two websites. It took me like 30 days, and guess what? I got paid $1, $1 at the end of the month for every single day. Okay, but guess what? Those same websites that helped me make that $30 that whole month, guess what? 2 years later, we're already netting me $2,000, $3,000 each. So you understand the process, right? You put in the work, right? You're gonna start putting it out there, sharing it, etc., right? Promoting it, and then from there, little by little, it starts, building a reputation, right? It becomes an authority, right? You start getting websites to start linking to you. Like there's some bunch of different strategies. I'll talk about that in the entrepreneur developer bundle. But again, it's a snowball effect. You gotta plant that seed. Don't expect something good to happen to you 5 years ago if you don't start today. Okay? I'm telling you guys right now, and time flies by like this. Okay? Shout out to everybody in here. Let me see. Javier Merida says, I plan to create a software as a service. I'm a developer from Mexico. Shout out to my people from Mexico. Let me see. Wix Michi says, got Klaviyo course. Great customer service. Nice. Yes. Let's see. Usman said, front end dev here looking to connect with web development community. Join the Discord, bro. Join the Discord. Yahya says, what language frameworks should we learn for Shopify? It's very simple. Go to my website, CodingPhase.com. You look at what I teach on my curriculum as far as the Shopify theme developer career path. And from there, you could learn from me or you could learn from whoever the hell you want to learn. Now, my advice is learn from me, right? Of course, you supported me, no cap, right? Shameless plug. But at the same time, you have one instructor that's teaching you everything gradually. The problem when you go in and you learn from like different instructors is that everyone teaches a different way. Everyone does things the different way. So that gets new beginners confused. Okay? That's why I created this platform so you guys are not dealing with a million different accounts and different freaking websites and and services. You have one place, you have one instructor, and that's it. Okay, so the way how I teach it to you, I'm already taking into consideration that you are a beginner. So I'm teaching it in a way where it can literally be digested and you can understand it and you could keep it and retain it in your head. Okay, so a lot of times people don't teach like that. People always think like you already know everything. Right? That's some shit. You go to take a course, right? And you're like, man, I want to learn something new, and I want to start from the beginning, right? I'm a beginner, but guess what? The instructor starts talking to you like you've been doing this shit for years. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the point of even paying for a course like that? Okay, that's not what I do on my platform. I basically know that everybody that comes to codingphase.com has less than 2 to 3 years that they've been doing this, right? So even if you are a beginner, right? I always say this like this. There's like levels to this, okay? There's levels to where you want to reach to. Okay, my platform is built for helping people get from level 0, right, all the way to level 5. Now, once you get to level 5, that's a journey you got to go on your own. There's more advanced skills, more advanced courses out there. You have to go in and find your next wave. Okay, but what does that do, right? It doesn't mean that I can't teach everybody every single thing, every advanced thing that's out there. It's just that when you go in and you try to teach everything under the sun, you basically do a disservice to people, because guess what? You don't specialize in anything. My specialty is helping people get in, get their first job, get their second job, build their side income. Now from there on, you want to be the next Mark Zuckerberg, you want to be the next even you want to be the next Dan Abramoff. You already know enough that you don't need me to teach you. You get what I'm saying? Unlike a lot of people that they're expecting, people to come in and purchase a course from them every single time. No, there's a certain level. Once you reach that level, you don't need me to teach you. The only thing that you might need me to teach you is like business subjects and things like that. But other than that, coding, once you reach a certain point, you don't need me no more, right? You should go in and start branching off to your own things and figuring out what you want to do. Because guess what? You might start as a web developer, but let's say 3 to 5 years from now, you might be a mobile app developer. Guess what? I don't teach that. I'm not planning on teaching that. You go on your own way. You get what I'm saying? um Somebody comes in and says, hey man, I want to get into AI, data science, etc. Guess what? I don't teach that, and I don't plan on teaching that. You go on your own way after that, right? I helped you get your first job, I helped you get your second job, right? Help you get into the game, show you web development, full stack development. But then after that, that's your own journey. You have to decide that. No one can do that for you. Okay? Now, when it comes to business, you come to me and say, hey, Joe, I want to start my own business as a developer. I can definitely help you out on that. But again, my platform is for beginners, for people that are under 3 years of like learning how to code, or basically just beginners from scratch. Okay. Convert Learner says, hey, Joe, I can't seem to join your mentorship membership on YouTube. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the memberships on YouTube. Sometimes they be acting up. Let me see. How can I do some projects depending on myself without watching tutorials? Very simple. Start small. Okay? Start very, very small. You say, okay, let's say you wanted to build an application that is, I don't know, let's say, let me see, what would be like a good application for you? Okay, let's just keep it simple. let's say you're creating an inventory management system, right? You have a service, you have an idea. I'm like, man, wouldn't it be cool to create an application that I can go in and build an app that allows businesses to manage their inventory. Okay, guess what? That's the idea. But you might not have the skills to build all of that. So what you do is you start with the first step, which is, what do I know? I know how to do HTML, CSS. So build all of the pages, right, for the application, and then just HTML, CSS, and then take it one step at a time. You say, damn, okay, cool. I already built all the pages. This is how the application is going to be. This is how the dashboard is going to be. This is how the welcome page is going to be. This is how the about page, the contact page, privacy, policy, etc. You already built all of those pages. Now you say, okay, now I need to make this website interactive. But guess what? I don't know JavaScript. So now you learn JavaScript after you already built that part, right? Now you go in and you start learning JavaScript, and you learn the things that you need to learn. You don't learn everything in JavaScript. You learn what you need to learn. Okay, I got this menu. I would like to press on this button, and then the drop down menu shows up, and then people can go in and choose to either register or sign up, etc. But it's just the first stage. How to manipulate the DOM, click on this button, what happens next? You learn that part, okay? Next stage, you say, okay, cool, I already learned everything that I need to learn as far as to JavaScript to be able to make this interactive. What's my next step? I want to go in and I want to have people come in and register to my website. Okay, cool. Let me learn how to do user authentication, okay? With that, it's going to force you to also learn enough about database, right, and databases, and how to actually structure that. So now you have an application that's very simple, right, has all the pages, has everything that you need, but now all you have to do is go ahead and you know make it functional. So every single time that you need to add a new feature to the app, then you learn the new skill. So that way is how you're gonna go in and build things on your own, right? Without having to watch the tutorial. This is how real developers build things. They don't go in and build everything in one shot. They build everything piece by piece. Okay? And the good thing about it is that once you build it once, you can always reuse that code over and over and over again. Okay? That's it. It's very simple. Okay. Renee says, I've been running ads on Instagram about my Shopify email development services, but I'm not getting any clients. I feel like I'm missing something. You got to target the right people. You got to target the right people. That's number one. Okay. You got to target the right people. Number two, you got to have a strategy. It's not just about running an ad and be like, hey guys, I can build you a Shopify website. I can do some email development for you, right? You got to warm them up. You got to let them know that you know your shit, that you are an expert in this field, okay? People are not going to go in and basically have you build their things out of nowhere. Okay, there's actually a video I'm gonna drop later on tonight, which talks about this. I kind of talked about it in the last live stream, where I show you guys different examples of people running ads. Um, there's a lot of good, a good examples out there. Okay, and I'm gonna show you a couple of them and how to do it. But again, I'm not gonna give all the game here on YouTube. You're gonna have to come to CodingPhase for that. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys the starting point, but the real game is gonna be on CodingPhase. You get what I'm saying? Like, I could give you the demo, and if you feel like, man, oh shit, I learned a couple of things from this. Guess what? In the course is gonna be even better. It's gonna be going deeper into this thing and showing you the whole process. Okay. And I'm telling you, Renee, about this, but I know you're a diamond member, so it's fine. Okay. Let me see. Pablo says, shave your beard right now. How about you come and shave it for me? How about you come and give me your shape up? Always some dude under a fucking tree somewhere with a dumb comment. But it is what it is. I like having my beard. I like my grays. I like my swag. You know what I mean? It's like a thing that my dad used to say, when you young, no one no one trusts you, right? No one trusts you, no one believes in you because you don't have no experience. Your grace, your beard, that's what shows your experience in this shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, we've been doing this shit a long time. People saw me when I was in here, when I had not even one gray hair. I've been doing this shit for a long time, bro. People see me grow. People see me from me having, me living with my roommate to then me getting married, having my first kid, buying my first house, and getting my property together. So people see me grow. This is growth. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Now, if you don't like it, you don't have to watch me. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not for you. And you could just go right back under a tree, Pablo. So motherfuckers under a tree with a fucking Nah, I'm just fucking with you, bro. I don't care. Do what you gotta do. But every time I say that shit makes me laugh, Motherfucker under a tree. You know what I mean? Telling you what to do with your life. Okay? Shout out to everybody in here. Taking a Clario course right now, easily scaled to add. Yes, it's very easy. Clario, the way how I taught it, look, I actually built that course 2 times. The first time I built it, I was like, okay, I gotta rebuild this because I watched it and I was like, it just seems difficult. So I went in and I rebuilt it again, and then just made freaking made it baby proof. You know how I like to do the courses, where if you even if you're thinking you slamming your head against the wall, you could take the course. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, I try to make it super easy. So yeah, I went in, I redid that whole course because of that. Let me see. No, they said Pablo, you kind of rotting. You kind of meat rotting. I don't know. God bless him, man. Let me see. I want to share a little win of mine. I was doing Rosetta Core $100 challenge. I don't know what the hell is that, bro. Um, how to get international clients for web development projects. You again, I keep repeating myself on this, but you have to make sure you are doing things that other people don't want to do in the United States. Let's just be honest. Like, I'm a business owner, right? If I'm gonna hire somebody from outside of the US, there's only two reasons I'm gonna do it. Okay. Number one, to get it for cheaper. And number two, because I can't find somebody that's qualified that wants to do whatever project it is that I want. All right. So that lets you know this is the type of mentality. Sometimes people be like, "Oh man, you shouldn't think like this. You should always try to go for the top." It's bullshit, right? Right now, you're living in India, you live in Pakistan, you're living in Dominican Republic, which is my home country. You live in Mexico, wherever the hell you live, right? You go in and you set up a budget for yourself, and you say, "How much do I need to live good in my country?" If you compare yourself to me, then you're gonna be like, damn, I need to be making what Joe makes. But guess what? You don't have the expenses that I have, right? You don't have the expenses that somebody here in the United States has. So you trying to make the same amount of money as somebody here in the US initially, right? Makes no sense. What you want to do is you want to take care of yourself and take care of your family. So you go in and you create a budget. All right, so this is Joe. Joe, my name is Joe Gupta. You know what I'm saying? I live in Bali, right? I've been living there for my whole life, whatever. I'm into programming, right? So Joe Gupta goes in and says, you know what? How much do I need to live here, live good? And they bring me the golden hookah, right? I want a couple of girls to come in here and dance with me. You know what I mean? I want to have a nice little beamer. How much do I need for that, right? Then you go in and you start setting up a budget and you say, well, I could go in and get a condo in a nice area in a nice spot for XYZ amount of money. Let's say it's $3,000 that you need to survive and to be good, right? Not to be rich. This is something that people always get this wrong. When you work and you're trying to make money, it's not to become rich initially. Once you figure out how to live comfortably, then you figure out how to get rich. Okay? Always think that. Don't try to become rich because that's just going to become a fucking dream. You first go in for how do I become comfortable? Okay? So Joe Gupta goes in and says, all right, cool. What are the things that people don't want to do? Oh, people are talking about they hate PHP, PHP this and that. Guess what? I'm gonna learn PHP. What's the best framework that is always hiring people remotely? Oh, Laravel. Cool. I'm gonna learn Laravel. So now I'm a developer that's doing Laravel. Guess what? I also want to learn some PHP, WordPress, right? And guess what? There's a new system, right? A new ecosystem called Shopify. And everybody that sells online uses Shopify in the United States. Let me learn that. So now you have three skills that's going to help you get positions here in the US, either gigs, freelance, etc. Now remember, your budget is to make $3,000 a month. Okay? $3,000. You live like a king in Bali. Okay? And again, I don't know nothing about Bali. Maybe you need more. But I'm from Dominican Republic, so I know how it is living in a country that's outside of the United States. I know with $3,000 in Dominican Republic, you live pretty comfortably. Because I've seen dudes in DR that make like $2,500 and live in crazy condos and got crazy cars. And I'm like, how the hell they do it? They're making like $2,500, $3,000. So that lets me know they got a better lifestyle than somebody that lives here in the United States for $100,000. So this is your mentality that you gotta have. You say, okay, I gotta make my $3,000 a month. Now, again, you gotta go in and you gotta think about all the other stuff that's out there. There's things like data entry. There's things like being an assistant. There's things like helping businesses with their ads. There's a million things that you can do. So if you're living outside of the United States, you gotta go for the things that are in demand, right? But doesn't have a supply of workers for it, right? And if they do, then you gotta undercut them. Now again, I feel like shit saying that because it does affect us here in the United States, but I also understand there's an international audience. And yes, I'm a U.S. citizen, right? And it's America first, right? Don't forget that. It's America, right? But guess what? I have to give you the right advice. If you are outside of the U.S., it makes no sense trying to go in and be like, well, I'm going to charge the same thing this guy's is charging over there. No, you undercut it. You get what I'm saying? You undercut it. How you think I even got to where I'm at right now? For anybody that be wondering, is it that CodingPhase have become CodingPhase? It's very simple. While everybody was on Udemy selling their courses, right? Selling the courses for $10, $20, I came in and I said, you know what? I don't need to sell my courses for $10, $20. I go in and I sell all of my courses for $5. What did that do? That helped me get reviews, that helped me get people to come in, take the courses, and then get results. Once they got their results, it showed that my work and the things that I do on CodingPhase works. So then now I can go in and charge what I'm supposed to charge. This is exactly what all of you guys got to do. You got to build yourself up. This is the guaranteed way, right? If you want success in life, you don't go in and be like, man, how can I skip steps? You can't skip steps. Some people can do it. Some people have luck. But guess what? Always ask yourself this. When was the last time you went outside? You went to a parking lot, you went to a mall, you went somewhere, and you found $100. If you haven't found $100 in the last 5 years, guess what? You're not lucky. You're not at the right place at the right time. So for us, right, people that's unlucky, right, we have to go in and build ourselves up, right? And we'll get there when we get there. That it takes somebody, a year to do it, hallelujah, that's his journey. That it takes you 2 years, that's fine. It's going to be your journey. That it takes another dude 5 years, that's his journey. That it takes me 6 months, that's my journey, right? Everyone has their own journey. What's important is that you get to your goals, okay? And they don't become dreams. If you're consistent and you're pushing forward, you're going to get there. But, you cannot skip steps. When you try to skip steps, it's either somebody's trying to fucking sell you some bullshit that's going to, hype you up. Be like, whoa, let me teach you how to go in. I've seen a dude just the other day on Instagram talking about how he's guaranteeing to get somebody $100,000 job on under fucking 2 months, 3 months, some shit like that. I'm like, bro, in this economy, that don't make no sense. And everybody in the comment section is letting them know, like, yo, bro, you bullshitting. But guess what? You know who are the people that's gonna fall for that? Is the people that want to skip steps. Right? So that's the danger of trying to skip steps in life, right? When you try to skip steps and you say, well, bro, you know what, man, you don't have to go this long way. You don't have to do this stuff. You don't have to be on Fiverr. Come to me, right? I'm going to set you up. Let me coach you. And it's only going to cost you $10,000. What's $10,000 when you're going to make $200,000 in 2 months, right? The average person is gonna say, this shit sounds too good to be true. But a dude that's trying to skip steps, he's like, man, shit, let me put my house on let me pawn my house, let me pawn this, and that. Let me go and see how I'm gonna go in. Can I take a loan to take this fucking coaching from this fucking random guy? Right? And they'll do everything that they can to pay to skip the steps. Now, they won't get where they want to get to. But you, because you actually use your brain, you said, let me start here, build myself up. While he's trying to skip steps, in 6 months, you get to the same goal that he wanted to get to. And it costs you way less, right? So it's very dangerous to try to skip steps. So remember that. So that's the answer, Desh. Okay, hopefully that answered your question. That helped you out. Okay. Do you make video on Firebase? No, I don't. I'm not in that world of Firebase. Most companies don't use Firebase. So it's like, you know, it's one of those situations like I teach the things that companies use, right? Everything that's on my website is curriculum based on what's in demand, has low supply, right? And this is gonna get results. If I go in and I teach you Firebase, that's like a personal skill. To be honest with you, like, okay, I want to build an application. I don't want to learn backend, but guess what? Let me just go in and try to skip steps and use Firebase. You're back to square one. Always, always remember that. Now, for some people, they use Firebase because it makes sense for them, right? They already know how to do backend development, and then from there, they use Firebase to speed up the process of maybe building up an application fairly quickly, right? But for the average beginner, you don't need to be learning on Firebase. That's actually gonna hurt you in the long run. Okay, let me see. David Freepon, hey Joe, can I upgrade my current diamond membership to lifetime membership? Do I cancel and resubscribe? Just purchase the lifetime membership, bro. Just purchase the lifetime membership and then email me, and I will cancel it for you, the diamond. Okay. By the way, go ahead. Anybody that's interested in getting the lifetime membership, which means that you basically pay once on CodingPhase and you basically own everything on the platform for the rest of your life. As long as I'm alive, right? I'm not gonna stop doing CodingPhase. I'm not gonna stop creating courses and creating services within this platform. I love this platform, right? This is my baby. This is like a thing I'm gonna be doing for the next 10, 20 years. So you come in, if you don't believe me, go ask the people that signed up and bought a lifetime membership in 2017 if it was worth it. You know what I mean? That's 7 years of just free content. You know what I mean? They're like, yo, they just been getting free for years. They paid once and that's it. Oh man, YouTube, YouTube bug. There's a bug. All right, cool. So let me see. So yeah, David. So you can sign up to the diamond membership, and then from there to the lifetime, and then just email me. Hey Joe, I want to cancel the diamond membership. Let me see. You dropping in any Laravel courses your boy Dorian developed finally came over to the dark side? Yes. Yes, maybe a little bit in the future. We already have enough on Laravel. A lot of times people get this wrong. Um, when, let's say for example, right, it's like somebody came in the other day and asked me about React, right, and they're like, hey, do you guys have the latest version of React and this and that? And I'm like, we have a course on React. We teaching you React. Okay. No, it wasn't even about React. It was like, do you guys teach React using Vite or do you guys use Webpack? And I was like thinking in my head, I'm like, damn man, it sucks when you're a beginner and you don't know shit, right? But It really does suck because it's like you're like a baby, right? And you're like a baby and you really don't know anything. You think you know something, but you don't know anything, right? So this guy's asking me about is the course on Webpack or on Vite? And I'm like, bro, when you're taking a React course, you're learning React. Okay, you're not learning Vite, you're not learning Webpack, you're not learning any of this stuff. So all that stuff is irrelevant. These are things that people use to sell you the same course over and over and over again. Okay, this is why you go in and you look at, I don't want to say no names, but some of the guys that sell courses on Udemy, they go in and create the same course over and over and over again. I don't do that. I don't go in and create a React 17, React 18, React 19, and sell you the same course again. No, what I do is we keep the course how it is and we add extra sections to it because what we're doing is teaching you React. If there's some changes in React, we add that to it. Okay, same thing with Laravel. If there's some new changes that's worth mentioning, that's like breaking changes or something completely different, then we go in and we add it to the course. Now, if they do something completely different, like when Angular 1 went to Angular 2. That was two completely different frameworks. Guess what? We create a brand new course for it. Okay. My goal here is to save you guys time and teach you guys how to learn in a sense, right? You don't need to learn every single version that comes out from a framework or a language, etc. That's just a waste of time. I'm telling you guys ahead of time. Like, there's guys that this is what they do. There's guys that, they work full time at a job, right? I don't want to. I want to say names, but I can't say names. But because then it just starts beef. I don't want to start beef right now. I'm living a great life, right? But there's people that they hype new things that come up, and what they do is they create content around it. But you, as a beginner, you don't understand why they do that. You think like, well, this person is like just letting me know what's new. No, this person is keeping you engaged, right? They get paid from views, right? They get paid from views, they get paid from sponsors. So their business model is to keep you in this endless loop of just learning and learning and learning and learning new shit, new shit, new shit, and you never actually build anything. Okay? Now, this is great when you're already like a mid-level, senior level developer, right? I'll give you a great example. Like I watch Theo, right? But I don't watch Steel, and when I see something new come up, I'll be like, damn, I'm gonna stop whatever I'm doing, and I'm gonna start doing the new things that's coming up in JavaScript or Next.js or whatever, right? I watch Steel just to know what's out there, what's new, what's the new stuff that's coming out in the JavaScript ecosystem. But I don't stop what I'm doing to do that. When you are a beginner, you stop what you're doing. You be like, damn, new framework, this new library, this new version. Even companies, I'm letting you guys know right now, when a new version comes out, companies are not using it. So you trying to go in and be like, well, there's a new version of React and it's using server-side component. I guarantee you, most companies that's out there, they're not using server-side components. They're not using none of that shit. All the new shit that's out there, they're not using none of that shit. Same thing as the new version of Node.js. No one is using that. They're using the stable version. They're using version 12, version 14. They're not using 18, 19, 20. They're not using none of that shit. So you as a beginner, when you don't know anything, you're like, damn, I want to learn the new one. And that shit's irrelevant. What you need to learn is the core concepts. Because once you learn the core concepts, you understand the language, you understand the framework. And what does that do? That teach you what that framework or language is and how to build applications with that. And then the day that you go in and you say, well, cool, I need this new features, you don't need somebody to sell you a course. You go into the documentation and you actually learn it from the documentation, be like, oh, this is how you upgrade, this is how you implement it. That's it. You don't need somebody to teach you the latest version of XYZ unless there's breaking changes. Okay. So that's just a heads up for everybody. I want to go in and help you go and help you with that process, man. Because trust me, I used to do that shit. I think I didn't get out of that fucking mindset till probably like 3 years in, because again, I didn't have a mentor. I didn't When I was on, like learning how to code, nobody was really giving advice here, right? Nobody was really giving advice on, as a developer, what to do for, like, as a beginner. Once you have like 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, you're still a beginner. You're still in your early stages of your career. A lot of times people come in and they think like, man, I got 2 years in the industry. You still don't know shit. You're still a beginner. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people think like they know everything, but they don't. I learned that with time because I used to be arrogant. I remember, in the first company I was working with, right? They was doing Ruby on Rails, right? And I kept Googling online stuff like, oh, but Ruby on Rails is slow and this, and that. And they were teaching me that because, again, that's the stack that they use. And I used to be like, yo, why don't we just build this with Node.js? I was that Node.js guy, right? Because I was online, right? It's like I don't know how to explain it. It's like a thing that you do in the beginning, where you, when you go in and you're like, you think you know everything because you know about the latest things, but in reality, the senior developers that's been there, they know the type of bugs and problems those latest things have. So you don't use that shit till that shit has been tried and proved, right? So yeah, shit is crazy. Joe Patel. Let me see. Andrea says I'm from DR as well. Shout out to my Dominicans. Let me see. Calling you, man. The worst thing in the world is you got people calling you from other parts of the world, calling you to ask you for money. This is the thing that you guys don't understand. Like, I'm still connected to the hood. Like, the hood still got my number, right? Like, I still got. I'm live right now. I got people calling me from Dominican Republic to ask me for money for me to send them money over there. I gotta be sending 500, $1,000 a month, or random $200 here and there. Like, always sending them money. This. So don't think I'm big enough to be like, damn, Joe's big enough that he don't have to deal with those issues. Yeah, I still got fucking family members calling me for money, man. Hey, shoot, man. Yeah, I'm in the bed because I'm charging my phone. My phone is basically about to die, but I'm on a live stream. I think this live stream's been lit, right? So y'all want me to hang up on you guys or keep it moving? Go about my day, or we have this live stream and because it's still lit. We having some good conversations. Let me see. Much work has been done in the bed. Much work has been done in that bed, man. I got 3 kids. I know. He says Eric Willis. Yeah, man. I'm in the bed. Like I said, I got my charger here, guys. Charger. There's always some shit. People worry about the worst shit and the shit that has nothing to do with what we're talking about sometimes. It's like it always reminds me of this young Indian kid in a live stream. I used to live in Connecticut, right? And this kid goes in because it's no disrespect to the Indians. I love you guys, but it's y'all know some of those guys that also live over there. Sometimes they come up with shit that you be like, yo, bro, like, like here in the U.S., we look at them and be like, "What's going on in some of these dudes' heads?" But again, respect to all the Indians. But yeah, there was this young kid, this Indian kid, right? Super ignorant. Goes in my live stream. He's like, "Yo," he's looking because sometimes people think, right, because you earn X amount of money, you're supposed to show off that shit. Or you're supposed to live this lifestyle that they've seen on Instagram that they think that that's what you're supposed to have, right? There's some motherfuckers like me that I'm out here with the same t-shirt you probably seen, right? That got millions on his bank account and just minds his own business, right? I'm not one of those dudes. I'm not one of those dudes that's out here flashing and going all crazy. I don't need to do that. I used to do that when I was young, when I was in the streets, when I didn't have it. When I didn't have it, you would see me like 2, 3 chains on, balling out, etc. I don't do that shit no more. I'm just here with my fucking family, and you know what I mean, living life. Got a nice pool in the back, got a nice yard. I'm growing my plants. I got mango trees. I got guava trees. I got longan. I got lychee. I got star fruit. I got grapes. Grapes is coming through. Right, so I'm just a regular dude. I try to keep myself simple, right? But this dude goes in, right? This was my buildup. I was still building myself up. Mind you, at that time I had quit my job, which I had a full-time job, right, as a developer, and I quit that job to do my own businesses. So I go in, I say, okay, cool. I'm gonna move to Connecticut. I'm gonna move to this mountain, right? A nice, beautiful area, right? And I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna downsize because I don't know if my business is gonna blow up or if not. That's the smart way to do it, right? So the house that I had at the time was a small house. It was is what you call a starter home here in the United States, right? I could have gotten some big shit. I could have went crazy with it. I could have come into YouTube and start faking it until I make it, type shit, right? But I didn't because again, when you try to skip steps, shit don't play out right. So I go in and get this nice, beautiful, small home, right? The house is simple, right? Got a living room, got a kitchen, got two bedrooms. All I no matter of fact, got three bedrooms. That's all I needed, right? Dude goes in, right? Because when you're watching me, instead of listening to what's coming in through here, you're watching everything that's around me as if any of this shit matters. So the dude goes in, right? He's like, "Hey man, you don't have a dishwasher?" And I'm looking around, I'm like, "Bro, what does a dishwasher have to do with what I'm talking about right now?" Right? And the dude's like, "Yeah, but my dad, who wasn't that wasn't his dad. He was like, yo, my uncle, no, my dad's friend, who's like my uncle. Mind you, he don't know shit about the United States. He don't know nothing. He's living somewhere under a tree, somewhere out there, right? And he's coming in. He's like, yo, but you don't have a dishwasher?" And I'm like, bro, I don't need a dishwasher. I'm Dominican. The last time that I used a dishwasher, who knows when it was. I'm not used to using a dishwasher. So when I got this home, I just went in for the views. I was in a beautiful view, beautiful freaking mountain. I could see all of Connecticut. I have a nice home. My wife is good. My new baby is good. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not paying a whole bunch of money. You know how much I was paying in that house? I was paying around like $1,500 in that house. That's dirt cheap for a house with three bedrooms and you know everything that we needed, right? And I was like, yo, this shit it made my life easier, right? Sometimes when you're building up, you have to take that hit. Yeah, I could go in and fake it till I make it, right? Go to downtown Miami, downtown New York. I could do all of that shit, guys. But guess what? When you do that, people see through the bullshit. You get what I'm saying? People see through the bullshit. So for me, I was like, okay, cool, whatever, it is what it is. But I always bring that example up because I see so many people that they worry about the wrong shit. There's a motherfucker worry about my beard. There's a motherfucker worry about if I had a hat. There's a motherfucker worry about if there's a bed behind me. Where is he? What's going on? Is he in his bedroom now? He's in his bed. What happens in that bed? You know what happens in that bed. You know what I mean? So motherfuckers worry about the wrong shit, right? And I get it. You know, you have to go in and pull a hat. You know, pull a fucking rabbit out of the fucking hat and figure some shit out. But to be honest with you guys, I don't give a fuck. What I would tell you is worry about yourself, bro. Just know that. Just do the math. Just do the math. Okay. Just on CodingPhase on the YouTube channel, we got over 100,000 subscribers. Okay. At the highest peak of CodingPhase.com, we have 14,000 subscribers. I personally went in and filtered out those 14,000 subscribers to now having 5,000 subscribers. You go into my platform, the average is, you know, on a monthly basis for every user is $75, right? So you do the math. With 75 times 5,000, you tell me what I could afford. You tell me where I should be at, and then you go in and you do the math on that, right? And figure out maybe this motherfucker just don't want to be doing all that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You know what I mean? I think the most vain shit that I did was probably I did my teeth. And the reason why I did my teeth, because even for me, like I had perfect teeth before, but I don't know why my teeth wasn't growing, wasn't growing, just was staying little for a long time. And then they started getting gaps. That's it. So I went in and I got my teeth fixed. That's it. That's my only vain shit that I would say, damn, this guy, he doing some vain shit, right? I got a male BBL. I got a nice smile. That's it. That's all I got. You know what I mean? We could have gotten a Lambo. We could have done all this shit. But guess what? Why would I do that when I still got people in the hood that's still behind? Right? That's like me flexing on my own people when I still got to help them out. I still got to buy my mom a house. I still got to do a lot of stuff. I still got to set up my kids. I want my kids to, each one of them to have $1 million in their own accounts by the time they become 18. I have to set my family up because guess what? I'm ground zero, right? I have to build myself up, right? And I have to set up this foundation for this family structure to work out. You know how there's people that have, a pillow? I don't have a pillow. I'm setting up the pillows for my kids. So that's where we at in life. So if you worry about if there's a bed behind, there's a charger, you don't got wireless chargers? Ah, what's going on? What's going on with that ceiling? There's pop ceiling in there? Wow. You know what I'm saying? Like you motherfuckers is gonna be worrying about the wrong shit. Right? So God bless you, man. This is why you stay where you at. This is where I'm at. You know what I mean? Let me see. Charlie said, how can you find a job with Shopify? It's very simple, man. Go Indeed.com. Also to reach out to other people in Facebook groups. Go to the drop shipping platforms, right? On Facebook. There's Facebook groups for drop shipping. There's also Discord communities. Go in there, okay? Go where your clients is at, where your customers is at, okay? And provide value. And then once you provide value, now you can go in and set up and tell them, hey man, by the way, right? I'm also a developer that can help you guys out. If you guys have any issues, any problems within Shopify, guess what? Contact me. I will help you out and I will build it for you. Right? That's it. Fuck man. I got so many people calling me up. I'm in the process of buying getting this other mortgage for another property. I got all these freaking companies calling me about the freaking mortgage. Should be crazy, bro. Every time I'm live, I got people calling me, calling. I got people from the other mortgage calling me to see what I'm gonna do. You know, shit is crazy. Our Tech Accelerator lifetime members, anybody that purchased the Tech Accelerator before a certain amount of time, yes, Rainier. Anybody that purchased before we did the merger, yes. I just went in and I upgraded all of you guys to lifetime members automatically. You don't have to sign up for anything else. I just did that just because. Because the Tech Accelerator program, we were selling it for $2,000, right? So by me going in and merging it with the diamond membership, right? It just didn't feel right for me to be like, damn, yeah, Joe, but I pay, because I'm thinking in my head, I always think about all my customers and everybody who comes to CodingPhase and my students. So I'm like, okay, if somebody comes in and says, hey man, Joe, but I paid $2,000 for this service, and now you're providing it for everybody in the diamond membership, what do I get out of it, right? So then I say, you know what, we have to make it right. So to make it right, I just say, you know what, I'm gonna give you the same thing that's worth for what you pay for, which is the ultimate thing that we have on CodingPhase, which is just a lifetime membership. Once you pay off your Tech Accelerator, I give you a lifetime membership. Now, if somebody comes to me and says, hey man, I don't want the lifetime membership, I'll say, okay, cool, don't get the lifetime membership and you're paying just for the Tech Accelerator. You know what I'm saying? But I haven't seen nobody complain yet. Everybody's like, damn, I just got a crazy deal. You know what I mean? So yeah. you know. And the reason why I merged the Tech Accelerator to the Diamond membership is because number one, I figured out that the best way to get the most results is holding somebody's hand through the whole process, showing them the skill, showing them when to start applying, showing them what type of projects they got to build, showing them how to build a portfolio, showing them the next courses that they need to build to start learning, and then the projects that they need to build for that career, etc., and just give it to them all, like literally exactly how we was doing the Tech Accelerator. I wasn't doing that for the Diamond membership, right? Because that does take a lot of work, but I figured out that I could take the hit, meaning I could earn $2,000 for the Tech Accelerator, right? But I could earn way more money in the long term by providing the same Tech Accelerator services to everybody, because that's going to guarantee way more people get hired, right? So somebody comes in the Diamond membership, there's a bunch of courses, they get a little bit lost. They ask me, where do I start? What career path? And I give them that. But if I hold their hand through the whole process, even to applying to the jobs, the job search assistance, etc., I'm showing them every single little step. That's going to give me more results. So somebody comes in, I'll give you a great example. Somebody comes in today right now, July 4th, codingphase.com, diamond membership. You can get started with $50. Okay, super sale, 50% off, right? Technically, it's $150. We went in, put it 50% off, which is 75, and I added a 25% discount on it just to go in and just make it super simple for people. But guess what? I'm investing in those people that's coming in. Sometimes you got to do that, right? And the reason why I'm doing that is because I believe so much in my service and what we can do, that those people that are paying $50 today, those people is gonna come in, get their job, and then not only that, a year, 2 years from now, they'll come back and buy the lifetime membership, which is $2,000, $3,000. Now you might say, why the hell would somebody after they got a job purchase this for 2,000, 3,000? Because it's very simple. Once they already have a job, they have more income. They already seen the value that they've gotten for just $50. And then at the end, they come back and say, damn, I could have went to this school. I could have went to this platform, this other platform. I would have spent $20,000. Let me take care of my man's Joe for $2,000, $3,000, right? So that's just the long-term play. Now, how do I make sure that this becomes a reality? By doing a great service the next year to 2 years. Now, this is how you do business, guys. You provide a great service and have repeat customers, right? But then not only that, by providing that great service and getting the results that those people came in for, those people are gonna be your biggest promotion, because they're gonna come in and they're gonna see, oh shoot, this guy barely charged me anything for all of this, right? Now, when they get a job, they're the ones in the comment sections. They're the ones in the live streams. They're the ones in the forums. When somebody comes in and talks shit, yeah, I don't know about CodingPhase. They're in there about to shoot up the place. Like, yo, not CodingPhase. Stop playing about my mans like that. They're the ones fighting for me. I don't even gotta fight nobody no more, because they know what I did, and I have great service, and I do, I got a great product. But not only that, because they are my biggest promotion, right? It's an initial hit that I gotta take, right? I could go in and say, "Damn, I'm losing technically." If you really think about it, I'm losing like $1,500, right? Providing the Tech Accelerator to everybody, for every user, I'm losing $1,500. But what's really important is that when those people get hired, they're gonna bring in 3 to 4 more people to get the same results that they got. And then on top of that, they come in, and by that time, once we have even more people that have came in, we come back and we say, you know what? It's no longer 75, right? It's not longer 150. Guess what? It might be 300. And that way, now we filtered out even more people, because I don't want to have a million people in my platform. I just want to have the right amount of people that I can provide a service and I can get the highest return for them. So when they come in and they say, damn man, is this worth 300? Guess what? There's a million people here that can vouch for, yo, this shit's worth way more than that. You get what I'm saying? But it's an investment that I did, right? It's a great way. I did it when I was $5, right? I said I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna create a platform. At the time, I only have enough courses and enough services that I will say, man, it's worth $20. But guess what? I'll give it at $5. Use that to go in and show proof that this is worth the $20. And then from there, from the $20, I did the same thing. This thing, I started giving more services and more courses to people that it was worth $100. But guess what? For me to charge $100, I have to show proof that those people that pay $20 that they getting the results. So then now I do the same thing. Every time that I add new features, new services, there's a reason why I do that. It's a business model that works, and it only works when you do good work. It doesn't work like if you're doing some bullshit. This type of business model, you're gonna go broke. Okay, but you got to do a good work because it's basically your results is what gets you the money in the long term. Okay. But yeah, man, I'm super transparent. Reading through here. I think who was it? Eric Williams was saying something about Mark Liu. Yeah, Mark Liu. All the shit that Mark Liu is saying is nothing new. Right? All the shit that he's saying is the same shit I've been saying for years here, which is build, start building. Sometimes people come in and they be like, well, how many times you heard me say, stop dreaming big and just start small, start building and start setting up some goals. That's exactly what he's doing. He's going in, creating applications with basically a repo that he already has. He already built it once and he's reusing it, but he's packaging it up for people that the truth is, I don't like talk shit, but the truth is most developers have the skills to basically set up their own businesses, set up their own companies, set up everything. But a lot of times people are lazy. A lot of times people don't believe in themselves. And a lot of times people fall trapped to the new shiny thing. So guess what? With those three things, that combination, it keeps you at the bottom. Why? Because it doesn't allow you to build, right? So the solution that Mark Liu is doing is very simple. He created a repo that he's been using for all of his applications. And instead of him having to build shit from scratch every single time, he's just going in and using this repo and then basically building small applications. If those small applications don't pick up, enough traffic, he moves on to the next thing. But what does that do? That allows you to build, let's say 12 applications in a year, 20 applications in a year, because you're using the same code base and you're just focusing on the MVP. If people want it, they'll use it. If they don't want it, they're not going to use it. And then you just move on to the next app. I've been saying that shit for years. This is nothing new. Go to 2017. So all that shit he putting it out there is like, bro, this is what I've been saying. It's just when you know how it is when it's little Billy with the comb over, everybody's like, damn, he's a visionary. When it's Joe with the fitted to the back, it's like, I don't know what 50 Cent gonna teach me. You get what I'm saying? So it is what it is. For those of you guys that been here long enough, y'all know I've been saying that shit for years. And there's a lot of stuff that I've been doing even with my own businesses that I shared to you guys that later on a motherfucker watches my videos and then they come back and be like, they do the same video and they be like, people be like, man, wow, he said something amazing. Nah, motherfucker's been watching my fucking channel for years. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying Mark Liu was watching my channel, but we are in the same ecosystem of the indie hackers. So again, and this is what we all do. All indie hackers do this shit. Levels, Peter Level does it. I do it. Mark Liu does it. Everybody's in the indie hackers community does this shit. They know that you cannot focus on tech stacks. You cannot focus on any of that bullshit and be like, well, I'm going to focus on the latest thing. It's like, no, you focus on the thing that you are productive and that you could build fast. That's it. That's why Peter Level still works with PHP and jQuery. He's not doing Vue.js. He's not doing React. Everything he does is jQuery. And the dude has made millions of dollars. So, yeah, Mark Liu just smart enough to go in and not scared. right? Because that's another thing too. The reason why he's having so much success is because he's putting his face out there, right? Peter Level could have probably done this shit years ago because he has applications that have made a lot of money. Mark Lou still building up. You know what I mean? Like he's making more money from selling to people how to use his repo than his own applications. You get what I'm saying? Now, someone like Peter Levels, who has built applications that has scaled to millions of dollars, if he was to do that shit, he will sell millions and millions of copies of his repo. You know what I'm saying? And he could probably charge even more because Mark Lou, I think, is charging like 150, 199. Peter Levels does that shit. He could sell that shit for $1,000, $2,000. But again, what's the thing that Mark Lou has and the advantage that he has over someone like Peter Levels and the majority of indie hackers and developers is that he's not scared to put his face out there. Most developers don't want to put their face out there. They don't want to do a video. They don't want to do social media. So guess what? The guys that are willing to do social media, they're gonna get the biggest return. So that's what Mark Lou is doing. And God bless him, because I think um this is a great thing. Now he has the capital to go in and build a solid application and take the application to the next level because he learned how to do advertisement. He got great advertisement on Facebook and TikTok, right? He does great videos on YouTube, right? So he's out of here. He comes up with a real solid application. He could make 50 million, $100 million. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, guys, we're about to head out of here because I gotta go. I'm gonna go take my kids out for a little bit. You know. Let me shout out to everybody that's in here. Cam Dakota routine. No, sometimes somebody Cam Dakota says that. To be honest with you guys, I don't give a fuck. Right? So that's like what I said before. I really don't care about. Before I used to care about what people would say, what people might think, or whatever of me, and I just realized I'm like most of the people that worry about a lot of vain shit, like and bullshit, it's motherfuckers that don't got nothing. They don't got a pot to piss in, right? So how can somebody like myself, who's living a great lifestyle, living good, have a great family, has a beautiful 3 kids, that shit, beautiful wife, I'm about to have another baby on the way, right? How can I be worried about what some other dude under a tree or some dude somewhere in the middle of nowhere worried about me? Like, I don't give a fuck. I shouldn't give a fuck, you know? Because if I know that I'm good, why do I care to convince some random fucking person? And it's like, nah, man, worry about yourself, you know? So yeah. Yeah, bro. Cassie Wilson, you gotta turn on the notifications, bro. Are you working with Remix? Not at the current time. Right now, I'm working on a Shopify theme that it's for artists with a Shopify app, but I haven't gotten to the Shopify app section yet. I might be using Remix. Let's see, ran through here. Yeah, customer says the loudest people in the room have no money. The bigger money people are always the quietest. Yeah, no, I learned that shit over time just because I feel like it brings a lot of negativity, right? When you got it, people, I feel like, how can I say this? Like over the past few years, I learned that when I was like braggadocious and shit like that, like it didn't bring good energy to me, right? Um, And I just feel I believe in bad eye. You know what the bad eye is like? Yo, mal de ojo. When motherfuckers like they look at you and like it's not like some juju shit or, but I feel like people's energy gets thrown at you, right? Like they could throw negative energy your way. So I believe in that, and I believe that when you are too braggadocious or you putting too much shit in people's faces, right? It's like me. I could go in right now, pull up some fucking $100,000 and keep that shit to my ear like this if I wanted to, right? But what would that do? That will bring envy. That will bring jealousy. That will bring random motherfuckers after you. That could bring somebody thinking, let me find out where Joe lives at. Oh, he got that type of cash in his house? Let me go show up. Now I go in and I gotta spray a motherfucker with with a mini Draco I got, and then now I gotta get locked up. I gotta go to court. So it's a million shit that comes up. This is why I don't even wear jewelry like that no more. I'm trying to keep it low key, especially in this times that there's motherfuckers that don't have a pot to piss in. That they want. If you got it, oh, they want it. Instead of working for it, they just want it, right? So now I'm just like, you know what? I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling, and it is what it is. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, you could tell it's a motherfucker got it. Motherfucker got it. You know what I mean? Now, there's no way of faking. There's no way of faking, multiple business. No way to fake, you know, fucking the amount of people that's on my platform. There's no way to fake that we've been doing this shit since we had 10,000 subscribers. We make more bread than the YouTubers that got millions of subscribers. There's no way to fake that shit. Now, again, it does come with a price, right? I do most of the work, right? I don't have like a big team, but like, well, I got multiple instructors, I got this, and that, I got multiple editors. I do all the work that I can by myself. That's how I keep most of the profit. So, yeah, I do what I do, Yeah, there's people that's envious, bro. There's people that's envious. And when you put shit in people's faces, it's like I'm going back to New York pretty soon. And when I go back to New York, I'm gonna keep it simple. I might rent myself a little Toyota. You know what I mean? Even though I could do it big boy style, but I don't want to go back to the hood looking like I got bread, right? I want to look just blend in. Hey man, how you doing, Joe? I'm doing okay, man. I'm just surviving. The pandemic got me. You know what I mean? Man, the pandemic got me, bro. Shit, I'm not doing so great. And just keep it low key. Because there's hyenas out here looking for your shit, bro. Yeah, man. I'm keeping it low key. In this day and age, bro, you can't trust nobody. Even your best friend will fucking, take you out. Could have bought a haircut but opted for a used F-150 instead. Yeah, man, fuck the Hellcats, bro. Them shits is garbage, bro. Don't buy that shit, man. That's like the hood shits, man. I don't buy none of the hood fucking cars. That shit that you keep in the hood, bro. You know what I mean? Those are the type of cars that you stop at a red light and the motherfucker's looking to kill you for a bullshit car, a Hellcat. And it's a bullshit car. I don't even know why people like them shits. Them shits is ugly as hell, ugly ass interiors, right? Even now, like I was thinking about getting a new whip, and I might go super low key. I might go in and trade my Benz because I don't even like the attention that I get from the Benz. Also, too, the Benzes have become the hood shits. Benzes have become what the BMW is to the hood. Y'all remember there was a point that every hood motherfucker just had a BMW. That's what the Benzes have been becoming. So now the exclusivity of it, right, has gone away. So I don't even want it no more. Now what I want is something what I should have bought years ago, which was a Volvo, right? That's the you get a Volvo, that's wealthy. You know what I mean? A motherfucking a Volvo, yeah, he got some bread. He just don't want nobody to know. So I'm thinking about getting myself a nice little Volvo. Was it the XC90 or CX90? I always get XC90, right? Yep. I'm getting myself. You know what I mean? Nah, the Benzes are the best. I'm not gonna lie. The reason why I'm even switching from a Benz is it's just I want something even low key, something clean but low key. You know, but no disrespect, but nah, the Benzes are the best cars out there from luxury and down. Now, if you're talking about ultra luxury, then you have other stuff. You have um, you have like the Aston Martin, the freaking the Bentleys, right? And you going up. That's another thing too. I was thinking about doing this shit too. I wanted to buy a Bentley, but I don't want to buy a Bentley brand new. I don't know. I don't want to do that shit no more. Cause even when I bought my GLS, I bought my GLS. The GLS is like a buck 20, right? I crashed the GLS. I crashed the GLS, right? And then I ended up losing money. Soon as I had a little accident on the GLS, I lost like $70,000 automatically. They were like, "Yo, your car would have been worth over 100 still, but because you had this crash and there was airbags, this shit's worth $70,000 less." I was like, "Oh my god!" Right? So that money's gone. That's it. It's gone. Right? Um, so now I'm like, you know what? I like the Bentegas, but I was thinking about getting like a 2020 Bentayga used. I'm not buying that shit new. I got the Volvo or the Bentayga. One of those two is what I want. I'm just waiting right now to go past the summer. I'm gonna cop it probably in August after the baby's born. Get myself a nice, Bentley Bentayga or um, a XC90. The XC90 I'll buy it brand new because the ain't not even brand new. I'll buy it like the same year, and I'll be like, okay, 2024 with less than 10,000 miles. Let me see. No, I mean, if you want to confuse the hood motherfuckers, get the Volvo. Yeah, bro. Now for real, like my whole thing was I wanted to get a Maserati back in the days, but then the Maseratis became hood, right? And I was like, nah, I don't want a fucking Maserati, and then I'm gonna look like every hood motherfucker that's out here with a Maserati, right? It brings the value of it, and again, that's not to say like, oh, you coming from the hood and you're getting getting like a Maserati because people from the hood getting in and now you don't want to get. It's not that. It's that motherfuckers don't know how to act in those cars, and then now people look at you like you're that type of person. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not that type of dude. That's why I wouldn't get a Hellcat, even though the Hellcats are good. Like they're like really fast, even though they're ugly as hell. But the type of owners that own Hellcats, I don't want to have that type of fucking problems. I don't want the cops stopping me. I don't want fucking, uh, you know, all the shit that comes with a Hellcat. Who's in a Hellcat? Usually it's young dudes, with fucking guns on them most of the time, right? Cause you gotta protect yourself. I swear to God, like I've seen so many times that like people freaking getting on gunpoint, getting robbed from a Hellcat, or people you stop in a red light, motherfuckers come in, break your windows, like yo, get out. You gotta get out because they stealing your Hellcat. Or you stop by a gas station and motherfuckers took everything from your car. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I don't want those type of problems. I want some shit that when I'm driving, motherfuckers be like, "Hey, how you doing, sir?" Like that's it. That's the energy that I want. How you doing, sir? You know? John says, hey, buy whatever car you want. Yeah, buy whatever car you want, man. But the truth is that cars, right? Cars, brands, they say a lot about you. I'm big on that, right? Like when I go somewhere, I'm in my car represents me. What I'm driving. I'm not you're not gonna see me in a fucking in a Suzuki. You're not gonna see me in a Honda Civic. You're not gonna see me in a oh, what the hell is the other shit? The the Subaru. You're not gonna see me because that's not me. You know what I'm saying? That's that personality, that type of person that drives that car. That's not me, right? I'm benzing up, right? But that's because when I go somewhere, show me respect like I'm a motherfucker that got it, that been working hard, that got to this point, right? Now, I don't like the hood cars, the cars that everybody in the hood got. I don't like it. I don't want to be driving the same car that the drug dealer got, that the fucking dude that just came up on a CDD fucking scam got. I don't want to have those type of cars because what happens is when you're driving, now you got to deal with cops. And someone like me, I try to even have the least interaction with cops. I like to have the least interaction that when I drive through a neighborhood, nobody looking at me like, who's that? Nah, I want blend in, just minding my own business. Leave me the fuck alone. Cops don't stop me. Every time that I've gotten a car, like car stop, cops come in and be like, hey, how you doing, sir? Da, da, da. Can I see your license registration? Here you go, sir. Da, da, da. Keep it nice and good. Now, when I used to be driving the hood cars, it's like, yo, can I see your hands? Because it's a way. It sucks, but that's how life is. It sucks, but that's how life is. Straight up. You driving a certain car, motherfuckers is looking at you a certain way. You get what I'm saying? That's just how it is, man. Yeah, man. Dave Ramsey type dudes driving Mercedes, driving a Hellcat, make you feel like everyone's an op. Yeah, I don't want to be. I gotta be walking around with a fucking. I gotta be strapped up, cause you in a Hellcat and this motherfuckers, the motherfuckers that driving Hellcats, they already looking at you a certain way. It's like, hold on, bro. I'm just going from point A to point B. You know what I'm saying? You know. Let me see. Let me see. Gotta get the PBA sticker. Gotta get a PBA sticker. I haven't heard that shit in a long time, bro. Motherfuckers walking around with a PBA car in New York. Yo, you walk around. I used to know this kid, this Italian kid, who had a PBA car in New York, right in Queens. And this motherfucker would talk to cops like, "Yo, do you know who the fuck I am? Do you know what the hell do I do? Do you know this?" Like he'll be talking to him like he's fucking, like he's the superior. Like he's the fucking son of the commissioner or some shit. He's like, "Yo, look at look, take my PBA car." Like, yo, shit is crazy. He walk around like he's an FBI agent. He's like, "Yo, check my PBA car, bro." Like, yo, man. I'm gonna see you guys later, man. I'm getting out of here, bro. I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream just like I did. And again, guys, by the way, July 4th sale is about to be over. Today's the July 3rd. So you got one more day before it's done. So again, come through, sign up to CodingPhase if you want it. If you don't want it, don't sign up. I don't care. But those of you guys that need the help and want to get those results, y'all want me to help you out, you know me. I'm going to bust my ass to make sure to get you the results that you deserve. But again, you got to do the work too with me. Okay, I'm gonna do my part, and you got to do your part. If we both work together, we're gonna get you to the goals as soon as possible. If you go in and you're taking your sweet time doing the projects, going through the courses, guess what? You're gonna be here for a while. Now, if you want to go in and knock this out this summer, we got July and August. You can knock out most of the courses for becoming a content editor, email developer. Now we get you into your first job position. Okay. So if you want to do that in that September, October range, please come to CodingPhase, sign up as a diamond member, take advantage of the sale, but please come with the mentality that you're going to do some work. Okay. Take care, guys. Peace.